Hi guys, welcome to a new week of workouts. I have changed up my exercises a bit from the last time, so it was about time for an update. First, I want to give you an update on my current status and goals. I am currently in a calorie deficit, have been for a while, so my goal in the gym is actually to maintain as much muscle as possible and not necessarily to gain muscle, because that's a bit harder to do in a calorie deficit, if not nearly impossible. Because of this, I have lowered my volume to about 1 or 2 sets per exercise, but keep the intensity as high as possible. I haven't filmed these, but I also do about 2 sessions of cardio each week, around 30 minutes on the bike, so very low impact. And the split itself is a bit of the same as last time. I do an upper-lower split, in which I start Monday and Thursday with legs, so lower, and then Tuesday and Friday I do upper, and those are also the days I do my cardio. And with that said, let's move on to the workouts. So for day 1 I start with the leg day, and first off we have some Romanian deadlifts. I never look forward to these because of how heavy they have to be for me to feel it. After some dynamic stretching I start on the machine. I like to use this machine for this because I don't feel it in my glutes as much with a barbell or with dumbbells. Lately I've also been curious at doing them with a belt squat, so I may try that out in my next training block. Here I do 2 sets for 12 reps each. Next up we have leg press. Here I do them for 3 sets for 12 reps each. I like to wear knee sleeves here because it feels better on my knees. I highly recommend these by the brand SBD, but any other brand will do. I bought them from when I did powerlifting, but they remain handy. This workout is relatively short, so we are already moving on to our accessories, and the first one is hip abductions. I never know if I have to move forward or lean back in this machine, but I lean forward just a tad. Next up we have leg extensions, and we are actually only going to be doing 1 set, and that set will be a drop set. Do not underestimate this is gonna be hard. Try to get as many reps as possible with your usual weight, at least 12 reps ideally, and really try to push yourself. When you're done or you fail, lower the weight and try to rep out some reps again. Looking back at these, I definitely could have done a few more, but everything is burning at this point. This is a very efficient tactic if you are short on time. We are already at the last exercise, and it is calf raises. Can't neglect your calves. I go pretty heavy on these and do 2 sets for 15 reps. Try to do them slow and controlled. Next up we have day 2, which is an upper body day. Today we start with chest press. I usually prefer the plate-loaded machines for this, but this is the only one that was available when I started this program, so I just stuck with it, so it was easier to track progressing my weight. Here we do 2 sets in total, the first one being only 6 reps in heavy with a back-off set of 12 reps. Next up we have 1 set each of pull-ups and chin-ups. Don't worry if you can't do these yet, just replace this with negatives. That's how I build up to them unassisted. I just do this until 1 rep away from failure. Do these controlled and fully extend at the bottom for a full range of motion. Then we have the seated shoulder press machine. I love this machine as you can really safely grind out any last reps once they get difficult. I do 2 sets with the goal of trying to get 12 reps. Then we have the seated cable row with the V-grip attachment. Try to fully extend when starting each rep and keep your elbows close to your sides. Next up we have our supersets. We start off doing skull crushers with dumbbells. These are really good for the triceps. I like to go high reps on these, so about 15 reps. You're gonna be really feeling it by those last few reps. Then once we're done, we immediately move on to bicep curls. Same here, 15 reps for 2 sets. Take your time with these and you might actually be able to grind out a few reps more. Day 3 was unfortunately not my best workout. Did not eat close enough to my workout and I think that might have impacted it. We start off with a favorite for building the quads, which is hack squats. Unfortunately, this was not my best session and I am unsure why. I did the same weights as last time as I was feeling under the weather and got less reps. Still, I grinded it as much as I could, so it was not a waste of a session. Now that I look back, I can see that I did not fully go to depth on some of these. Something to improve on next time. Then we have single leg hip thrusts. Opted for this training block instead of the normal hip thrust. These are very humbling and I only do about 12 kilo on these. They feel a bit weird at first, but you can really feel them in your glutes. Next up we have our favorites, Bulgarian split squats. Everyone hates these, but there's a reason that people still do them regardless. I prefer to use the Smith machine here as it helps with stability and it makes it easier to really grind out your last few reps, which I feel less inclined or safe to do when I'm just using dumbbells and being distracted by having to balance. I'm actually really proud of these sets that I did today here. Then we have leg curls. Same as the leg extensions of earlier in the week, this will be a single set and that will be a drop set. I find these really hard because looking back I always think I definitely could have done more, but in the moment it really felt impossible. I do one normal set until close to failure, then lower the weight and do a few more reps, until I can't lower the weight anymore. Last up we have some standing calf raises, because we have to dedicate some love to our calves. This is our second time hitting calves, so the basics are still the same. Try and go slow and controlled when going down and be a bit explosive when going up. For day 4 we have another upper body day. Get your wrist wraps out for this first exercise because we have chest supported T-bar rows, which are great for the back. Easy to overload, easy to rep out. These felt heavier than usual this week. I didn't feel I could push these as hard as usual. Next up we have the shoulder press machine again. Looking back at when I first started this block, I maybe should have replaced these with regular dumbbell presses for a bit more variety. Otherwise this is the same as previously in the week. Try to push these. Then we have another favorite, the lat pulldown. Low-key my favorite way of showing off my back. You want to focus on using your back to pull the weight down instead of your arms and stretch out at the top. I do these for 10 reps for 2 sets. Next we move on to accessories, and first we have a personal favorite, the Bayesian curl, also known as the behind the back curl. It keeps your biceps under constant tension and gives you a pump like no other. I go for about 15 reps here for 2 sets. Then we have the classic triceps pushdown, also going for about 15 reps per set. These will feel tough right after the previous exercise. Last one for today is the lateral raise, and this will be only one set, but that will be a drop set. I find this very tough for lateral raises, as that is a move that is really tough to grind out. As usual, looking back, I feel like I could have done more, but in the moment it does feel like I gave everything I got.